Our lottery contract is now in a really good spot. It's fully developed. Just like before with the last contract that we worked on, I do want to write out some tests for this thing using Mocha again. So just like we did previously, we're going to create a new project. We're going to put our contract into it, and then we're going to start writing some tests. To save some time, I think that we'll probably duplicate all the project files that we already put together for the inbox contract rather than writing all that stuff out again. So really at the end of the day, all we have to do is write a new set of tests. Testing might sound a little bit boring, but honestly, it will give you a much better idea of how we work with these contracts. So let's get to it. The first thing we need to do is to duplicate our project directory. At my terminal, I'm going to open up my working directory. Here's my inbox contract right here. I'm going to make a complete copy of this thing. So I'm just going to click duplicate. And of course, if you're on Windows, you can do a copy and a paste. When I duplicate, there will be a lot of project files inside of here, specifically all the different dependencies, so it might take a couple of seconds to get through. Once it's all complete, I am going to rename this folder. And just 1 second, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to rename the folder. Let's call this one Lottery, like so. Then inside of my terminal, I'm going to start up my code editor based on that directory. All right, and unfortunately my code editor usually takes up a moment to boot up as well, but here we go. Okay, great. So just like we had before, we've got our contracts directory. Right now it's got only the inbox solidity file. We're going to replace this in just a second. Notice that we still have our compile, the deploy, and the package.json files inside of here as well. So essentially we're just going to co-opt this entire existing project and replace it with our lottery contract instead. So let's get started. Inside the contracts directory, I'm going to delete the inbox.sol file, and I will replace it with a new lottery.sol file. Then inside of here, I'm going to paste all the source code from the contract that we just put together inside of the Remix editor. So back inside of Remix, I'm going to copy the entire contract. I'll flip back over to the lottery file and paste it. All right, so I should see my entire lottery contract inside of here. Now I'll save this thing, and then we'll be sure to replace our test file as well. So I'm going to delete the entire test file, and then I'll create a new test file, and we'll call this one lottery.test.js. Great. All right, let's pause right here. We'll continue the next video, and we'll start working on some of our tests for the lottery file.